I survived, and I thought I'd heard gunshots. I had no idea if Kurt was nearby. But if he'd found Barrett, he wouldn't be safe. I had to hurry.
Barrett was determined and relentless. I knew he would not give up until he found me. For a fleeting moment, I almost respected him. Almost.
Come on now, my little pretty friend.
I hadn't heard it for over a year, but I'd recognize that voice anywhere. At first, they were just two figures in the distance. But the closer I got, the clearer it all became.
I think perhaps we got off on the wrong foot.
It was Barrett, all right. And Kurt had found him.
Hiding is not one of your strengths, I see. What was your plan, just out of interest? You come here, you find me. What then? You don't even speak English. What were you planning to do? Well. Harry? Harry Lambert? What the hell are you doing here?
Harry.
Kurt, I can explain everything.
Harry? Was machst du denn hier? Huh?
Kurt, put the gun down. We can sort this out.
Ah, jetzt richtest du eine Waffe auf mich. Du bist wie er. Genau wie Barrett. Du bist wie alle.
I'm impressed, Fritz. Looks like you still have some fight left in you.
I came here to save you, Kurt. Don't do this.
Du hast mich verraten. Du hast von Max gewusst und nichts gesagt.
Say what you want about the Jerry, but they are persistent. All right. Okay. Lower the gun, and we'll talk.
Kurt, it's over. Can't you see? Look around you.
Und ich hab dich mal für meinen Freund gehalten.
Can everyone put their guns down so I can figure out what the hell is going on?
I'm here to help. Think of Katrine. Think of Lucy.
Ich mach das für Katrin. Für Katrin. Und für Lucy. Meine Lucy.
Just put the gun down. Look behind you, Fritz. I've got far more guns than you have.
Don't do this. The war is over, Kurt. Peace. You understand this word? Peace!
Still. Sei einfach still. Halt einfach deine Klappe. Okay? Du hast keine Ahnung. Du verstehst das nicht, ha? Wie sich das anfühlt. Fühl
Harry.
mal! Fühl mal!
I don't know how you're mixed up into this, but pull the trigger. Now!
Please, just get on your knees.
Ich hab keine Wahl. Ich muss es zu Ende bringen. Ich muss! Für Max, für Katrin, für mich.
Why don't you hurry up and shoot each other? Save my men the hassle.
Kurt, it's over. Can't you see? Look around you. Oh! In those final moments, my thoughts turned to Julia. To what could have been.
Don't weep for me, Catherine. For I do not deserve your tears. I don't know how long I've left. I suspect only minutes. I go now to meet my maker. Or maybe the devil, if I'm so judged. I shot him, Catherine. I shot the Canadian. He was worse than Barrett. He acted as my friend, yet remained my enemy. The world is rid of him.
Would we have got married? I sure would have asked. And I like to think she'd have said yes. Would we have had children? Who knows? Too late for all that now. Would they have called me a hero?
No doubt they will praise him for his heroism. But, Catherine, we know the truth. We know who he really is. I did what any father would do. I would make the same choice again. There's little point in pretending otherwise. Please tell Lucy.
Only thing I do know is the story I would have told. To the kids we could have had. And it's this one. The story of a girl. A girl who worked in a photography store. In a quiet little corner of Toronto, Canada. Ah, Julia. I was as surprised as Kurt. I didn't know who Max was. So I'd build that balloon. Truth be told, there was not much else I could do. I was always grateful to Katrine. Even after everything that happened, she let me stay in the house. Maybe she just liked the company. I don't know. I helped in whatever way I could, and the three of us kind of fell into a routine.
Ich hab Hunger! Ich habe Hunger, Harry. Ist noch Brot da? Du bist lustig, Harry. Du bist so albern und du bringst mich zum Lachen. Geh nicht weg, Harry. Bleib doch für eine große Scheibe, eine große Scheibe. Danke, Harry. Du bist nicht wirklich ein Feind, oder, Harry?
That day, the postman gave me a letter. And for once, it wasn't from Julia. The postmark was from Newport, in Belgium.
Ein Brief für Harry Lambert.
Harry, my boy. It took me forever to track you down. I've thought of you often since Passchendaele. And I'm sorry, Harry. For everything. For dragging you into this war. For leaving you there. I swore to protect you and I failed.
Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor sie gesprengt wird, Kurt!
As we move against the Allies, as everyone focuses on the attack, I focus on one thing. I focus on the man in the picture. I will find him for you, Katrin. And I will find the truth.
Das ist ein Breitbandfunkgerät. Vielleicht findest du etwas über die Alliierten heraus. Die sprengen die Brücke gleich in die Luft. Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor sie zerstört wird!
Congratulations to have found all collectibles of part 3. This video is looking at the historical aspect of the game.
My name's Professor Peter Doyle. I'm a visiting professor in history at the University in London. Well, the level of historical accuracy is always something, of course, that we have to consider. The game has to be a game, but what we've tried to do is to approach it with as accurate a process as possible. So the game starts at the end of 1916. The war has already seen massive battles which saw and expended huge numbers of men, and that's the focus of this game, the whole of this period after the end of these titanic battles and towards the end of the war.
1111 is a game, of course, and we knew there would be some give and take before we found the balance of historical accuracy and gameplay.
Kurt is older. Their relationship is, tenuous initially. They can't communicate at all. I love that about the game as well. The German character is speaking in German, and Harry is trying to communicate with him in English, and initially it's kind of faulty.
Harry and Kurt, both of them are going to the front for very, very different reasons. But they have something in common. How they feel about taking the life of someone else. This is something for them that they cannot imagine.
So myself and my colleague Robin Schaefer, a German military historian, we wrote this book called Fritz and Tommy. And the idea behind that was to look at the First World War experiences of the Germans and the British, and to see their everyday lives. And one thing that we identified was just how close those guys were. What we've gleaned from all of the letters and diaries is there comes a point where there is a lull in the fighting, and there's a reason for that. The men of both sides decide, right, let's put the fighting aside, let's go into no man's land, let's do what we can for our dead, and let's respect those and each other. And so there were these impromptu communications. Again, it goes back to the real feature that men are men wherever they are, and peace is mostly in their hearts.
At our tiny level, if we can make people think about war in a different way, and maybe if it could bring a tiny piece of peace in the world, it would be nice. We would have done a great job.